Okay, we're back. Because I'm a fucking dumbass. Like an actual dumbass. What up? Welcome back, CLVS. Thanks for coming back, homie. I appreciate that. I'm an actual idiot because I forgot to put on low latency. Bald and fat. Thank you for that. You follow you from your TikTok live. What is your whole vibe? What is your whole vibe? Just kind of chill for the most part, Yeti. You know, we're chill. We're vibey in here. We have good chats. We have a really close-knit, tight community that's awesome. Hey, Sigma. We have a great chat. You know, that's kind of what I go for. I play a lot of games like GeoGuessr. I play a lot of different like stuff like that for the most part. It's kind of the vibe in here, you know? I miss playing American Truck Simulator. I'm thinking about playing Power Wash Simulator while we yap sometime, you know? I don't have it right now, but Power Wash Yap Simulator Yap Sesh would be great. Can you, once in the chat if we agree. Hi, Chef. What up, homie? What are you doing today? We're playing today. We're actually not playing anything. We're going to talk about things that are nostalgic to you. Guys, I want to know, what is one thing that is really nostalgic to you? Hi, Jen. John, you, me, jerkmate, face off. Absolutely not, Cooper. I would wipe the floor with you. Not literally, but like literally. Bro's yapping again. We're all going to be yapping tonight. Hi, Crumply. You're not late at all. I had to restart. So, camping. So, you miss going camping? I kind of don't. Okay, so one thing that I always found about camping, and like, I used to love it, but I found that my dad always made it, like, work, you know? You know what I'm saying? Like, it felt like I was going to work. And that kind of, like, I don't think it ruined the experience for me, but it made me feel less enjoyable about it. It's not something I go out of my way to do now, because now it all just feels like work. Camping is great. I do agree. It's just not for me anymore. Anyone else saw something fly out of John's mouth? Probably just spit. I spit a lot. Camping is great. I agree. Anyone else? I miss camping. It's fine because you scare all the bears away. Fuck you. The smell of sand. Dude, there are certain smells in this world that you cannot explain why they're good. Do you know what I'm talking about? Fresh cut grass. The water, the concrete after it's raining. You know what I mean? Thank you for the YouTube sub, Dito. I appreciate that, homie. Welcome in. And gasoline. The smell of gasoline, brother, always makes me just a little happy. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Fresh cut grass, the smell after it rains. Yeah, 52 camping is now glamping. I can see that, Dorothy. You know, you got the big trailer. You got the fifth wheel, right? You're taking out the big giant trailer thing. I could respect that. Hi, Fushi. Hi, Amj. Welcome back, Queen. Fresh cut grass, the smell after it rains. Such a W fucking smell. I've never camped for real. Mud, you got to try it sometime. Love gasoline, right? Isn't that, like, it's just such an acrid, weird smell, but I love the smell of pumping gasoline. Playing an old game after years, there's nothing quite like coming back. You know what I'm fucking... Okay, most of you guys will remember this, but some of you guys may not. You know what I'm nostalgic about lately? The show Recess. One's in the chat if you've ever seen the show Recess. I'm curious. I miss just coming home from school or whatever and just putting on fucking cartoons, dude. You know? And just relaxing. Little Doug... Little Recess, little Pepper Ann. You know? That was fucking goated, bro. Such a throwback, right? Yes, me with kids. I love that for you, Dorothy. It want for me, if I'm gonna be honest. It wasn't for me, fair. What was your guys' favorite TV show growing up? What was your favorite, like, cartoon? You know, I want to be Spinelli for Halloween at work. That's a W costume, Morgan. You definitely should. Oh, God, I haven't seen Recess since I was, like, 5. Dude, that show was a formative show. I always wanted to be like Vince. Obviously, I couldn't because he's black. And, like, you know, I don't want to be Justin Trudeau. But, like you know, I always wanted to be that athletic dude. And then I realized I'm more like Mikey, you know? I was a sitcom kid, W. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is so goddamn good. Any Disney show, W. Or a Postman Pat. I saw you, Sam, by the way. Hi, Sam. I really like the cartoon Denver the Last Dinosaur. What is Denver the Last Dinosaur? I want to see. Denver the Last Dinosaur. I got to see this. First, why does this seem so familiar? You know? Why? Rugrats was so goated. Scary Movie 2 is so good. Agreed. Why does this seem familiar, though? You know? Why is that fucking dinosaur such a rock star, man? Ed, and Eddie was goated, dude. Pippi Longstockings. Holy shit, I haven't heard of Pippi Longstockings in forever. I watched Wild Kratts. Arthur was the shit. Now, you know who was a little bitch, though? And I couldn't stand? I fucking hated this little bastard. Franklin the Turtle. He was such a whiny little motherfucker, you know? Could not stand Franklin the Turtle. Always wanted to punch that little bastard in the face, you know? If you don't know who Franklin the Turtle is, you should be thankful. You know? No, I loved Franklin. Dude, Franklin always, look at him. Look at him. He even looks like a little dick. You know? Fraggle Rock. Oh my gosh. Yes, Dorothy. That is an OG. An OG right there. Inspector Gadget. Yes. I don't like Franklin, Miriam. I want to punch his little snoot, his little beak, you know? I loved Franklin, was my goat. Okay, how about this one, guys? How about this one? I'll put it in. Who remembers this bad boy? Puff the magic dragon lives by the sea. Of course I've heard of it, Tia. I love that shit. Do we remember this? Clifford was the goat, man. The goat. The goat. Loved this man. I loved him with all my goddamn heart. Oh, Nathan, yes. Formative years with this man. Formative years with this little chimp, dude. This guy got me through some tough times when I was like 7. You know? I wasn't sure if I wanted to eat my meal that my mother made, and Curious George was there. Truly was. That's my man. Curious George, man. He's curious. He's George. He's a monkey. We love it. Where is his tail? I feel like it's like a kid in a monkey costume just kind of cosplaying, because why would they have a monkey? You know? Why? I do remember that Babar. Holy shit. That is a goddamn name I haven't heard in years, man. In years. Babar? The elephant? What? You're actually bringing back... What? That is not Babar. I mean, I guess it could be Babar, to be fair. But who is that? Who is that? Blue's Clues. You know, I hate to say it. But honestly, Steve from Blue's Clues can kind of get it. You know? He's beekeeping age. He's handsome. He's good with kids. Right? Like he can kind of get it, man. Right? He's got that soft, emotionally intelligent, like, man face, you know? Blue's Clues with Steve was peak. Agreed. He's hot. Total Drama Island. Do you know who is fucking hot? You know who is? I present to you the Purple Wiggle. Now you look at the Purple Wiggle, and you tell me that the Purple Wiggle isn't a goddamn stud. But my God, look at this man. That's a goddamn stud. That's a stud right there if I've ever seen it. I loved him as a kid. I could see why. I don't see the hype. Really, Mud? The Purple Wiggle can get it? Agreed. He's on TikTok? Yeah. Raw. Next question. It's a wild thing to say with the men with the lowest test. Come on. I mean, I think this guy does a little test to get like a goddamn fucking body like that, Cooper, to be fair. Big, comfy couch. Oh my God. You know that the chick from Big Comfy Couch does OnlyFans now? Do you know that? One to the chat if you knew that. I'm actually curious, because she does. I mean, hey, you know what? More power to you. But like, yeah, she does OnlyFans now. My sexual awakening. Chowder or Splice. What does chowder or splice mean? Good for her, man. Hey, yeah, fuck yeah. You know what? If you could do it, you know? Yes, she does do OnlyFans. John, why you ruin my image of the Big Comfy Couch? It's okay. She's a woman aside from that now, you know? Do you know she was on Mr. Dress Up? I did not. Holy shit, Dito. The Adventures of fucking Tintin. Why is this, like, so ingrained in my brain? Why is this little slick back hair motherfucker so ingrained in my goddamn brain? You know? Why? I don't know why. It just is. I know half of this shit. Mega, you're a little too young. A little too young. This might be closer to what you remember. The Weekenders. You might remember this bad boy. You know? I never understand why this kid's face is so squished. Hayside, Handy Mandy, Super Y, Inspector Gadget out of the box. I never really watched cartoons. Fair. Do you remember this? Do you guys remember this show? The Weekenders was fire, right? I remember they always said the cool kids drank diet soda, and it made it so that you didn't have like a bad taste in your mouth after. I don't know why. MTV's Downtown. Dude, MTV back in the day was so good. Biggest crush on the orange-haired girl. Yeah, she can get it. I mean, she's a child, you know what I mean. Martin Mysteries. I see one in the chat that I have such fond memories of, dude. So, this show, holy fuck. This guy always freaked me out a little bit. But do you guys remember watching Art Attack? And they did the, like, sand thing at the end, where he made a picture with, like, sand on the ground, and it always ended up so goddamn fucking good. You know what I'm talking about? The salt paintings? Yes, Tasia, exactly. The fucking salt paintings. I remember that so vividly, man. Like, so vividly. I had a crush on him. I can see why. He's a British, and he's a handsome guy. Cascade's Canada's Worst Driver was great. I agree, Smo. That show was awesome. I remember watching this one episode of Canada's Worst Driver, and the guy was eating a fucking sandwich, like a giant sandwich, and I just thought it was so comical. Those were so cool. Wow, I forgot about that. And this is why the Nostalgia Day is kind of fun. I'm doing all right, Haley. How are you? W. Nathan, it's good to see you again. Look up Mr. Maker Baldy. Okay. Mr. Maker. Toy Castle. See, now, he's too Gen Z for me, you know? He's almost too millennial. Right? Like Art Attack has this wholesome, like, 90s look. This guy looks like he's on a YouTube show. Right? I'm not doubting that it's good. I don't know. The guy just kind of weirds me out. Chat, can we talk about sounds and smells a bit? What kind of sounds are you talking about, CLVS? I'm curious. Finally, I feel like nobody knows that show to you. I've never seen it. How old are you, John? I'm 35, Tasia. Does no one remember Mr. Dress Up? Of course I remember. How could you ever forget this absolute stud? Mr. Dress Up was an absolute genius of a man. You know? He's just British. Fair, Miriam. Fair. I may be passing judgment too quickly, and I tend to do that from time to time. So you guys tell me. You know, if I'm passing judgment too quickly, that's fine. For me, a derby car starting is so nostalgic. I love that. Like the sound of like a race car, CLVS. John, why are you Googling in all caps? Because I always talk in caps. No one know the Fairly Odd Parents. I know the Fairly Odd Parents. It was a great show. Oh my God, Chef. Agree, Mr. Cooper. Nobody meets Mr. Rogers, though. True. Mr. Rogers did it differently, you know? Mr. Rogers did it, like, just so good. There's something just so soft and loving about Mr. Rogers. Like a hug, you know? He's like the human embodiment of a hug. Fuck you, Haley. Do you guys agree? Like, it feels like warm just listening to his voice. Crossover Arthur and Mr. Rogers episodes, W. Blippy. Roly Poly Oly. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Fucking Blippy. Oh my God. Why does he kind of look handsome? You say the sweetest things, John? Okay, 4-1. Can we talk about the Tamagotchis? I miss Tamagotchis, dude. My sister used to have Tamagotchis, and honestly, I would steal them from her and play them because they were so fucking addicting. Anyone watch Tupi and Binu? I feel like a lot of people have. Stop. I have a kid obsessed with the train song by Blippy. Blippy is so annoying. Wasn't there an animated tugboat show or something? We cannot talk about Theodore Tugboat, the GOAT, anything else but amazingly. Theodore Tugboat was the GOAT. Thomas the Train was a bastardized version of Theodore Tugboat. It's just true. Theodore Tugboat was the GOAT, dude. The GOAT. Bob the Builder, the OG version. I do miss that. I do miss the OG version of Bob the Builder. I heard he sunk. I heard Theodore sunk. He was like this boat that lived in the harbor of Halifax. And apparently he sunk, which is crazy, which is fucking shitty. Zaboomafoo. Okay, so a funny story about Zaboomafoo, okay? My sister saw Zaboomafoo, and the only thing she wanted for like 4 years, like 4 or 5 years of her childhood, was a goddamn lemur, okay? She wanted this fucking animal so bad, dude. This show was excellent. Fushi is right, Thomas doesn't sink. No. It's true, but like, come on, Thomas is dope. The Crab Brothers age so well. Holy fuck, Zaboomafoo, right, Cooper? I used to have a crush on green shirt guy. Really? Like this guy over here? Like this guy right here? I mean, he's okay. I don't know. He's classically handsome. What's the fun in that? Thomas doesn't. He doesn't, but the Tugboat is still better. Kratz Creatures. Oh, I remember that. Okay, does anybody remember waking up at 3 in the morning and having this motherfucker on your screen? This is a formative thing for Canadians. Watching an episode of Man Tracker is like a rite of passage for Canadians. You never watched Man Tracker? The only thing that I wanted to do with my life was to go on Man Tracker. Me and my brother had a whole plan to go on Man Tracker, dude. Man Tracker is goated, man. We played so much Man Tracker every time we went in the park camping. Yes, Smo. We used to play it, and there would be one person trying to track us down. Does anybody remember Mystery Hunters? I do not. My dad watched this all the time, and I'd watch along in his arms and fell asleep. This is why I love doing a, like, whatchamacallit, a nostalgia night, you know? Every once in a while, we'll do a yapathon and just kind of talk about things that are nostalgic to us. This is why I love it. Reboot was the first fully computerized animated show, and it was Canadian. Dude guy, I loved Reboot. Reboot was one of my favorite shows of all time. That's what it was. Fear Factor was goated too. That was good Joe Rogan, dude. That was when Joe Rogan wasn't all political and shit. Did they make a Netflix show out of Reboot? Get the fuck out of here. Quintessentially Canadian, Rick Mercer, agreed. Do you remember In the Night Garden, dude? I do not. Doodle Bobs were so good. Did anyone ever watch the Catwalk on YTV? Like Catwalk? I loved YTV, Melissa. YTV was so fucking good. So good. Fear Factor was bust. I liked Fear Factor, man. I thought that was like the best version of Joe Rogan. Does it? Yeah, there's nothing. I remember this guy just scaring the shit out of me. There's a few characters in this show that scared the fucking like daylights out of me. This little motherfucker here scared me. I remember that. He scared the shit out of me, man. Goopy Show on YTV. Oh, man, what was it? Drake and Josh, though? I can't talk about Drake and Josh after what happened with those guys. You know? Uh-oh was top tier. Uh-oh. Yes! Uh-oh! Yes, and they used to slime them. They used to dump the slime on you if you got the questions wrong. What's In the Night Garden? Yeah, right? Degrassi before Drake, though. In the Night Garden. This looks like a fever dream. It's like something you'd see in Midsommar. You know? Like, I feel like this is the trip that you get when you go to Midsommar. I remember when Teletoon came about. Yes, same, right? In the Night Garden, Nightmares. Actually, that shit was weird. The fucking Wonder Pets. It is a fever dream. Macapaca. What is Macapaca? Oh, yes, thank you. Teletubbies. I mean, everybody knows about Teletubbies. Everybody does. This is Teletubbies, but worse. Yeah, it looks fucking weird. Okay. I had such a big crush on Carmen Sandiego. It was insane. Something about a woman in a trench coat makes me just go insane, bro. Like, actually fucking wild. A woman in a hat and a trench coat, it's over. It's over. Yeah, she was my gay awakening. I love that. Hi Queen. Hi Dara. How you doing, friend? I'm late to stream again. You're not here late. You're here just when you need to be. I thought that was Johnny Bravo at first. The a cappella group. Johnny Bravo. You could not make Johnny Bravo in this day and age. You just could not. You know? You just couldn't. I was obsessed with Totally Spies. Anyone remember Boba? It was like Teletubbies but on acid. If I could use my real name, Johnny Test. Who did Smo? Smo used your government name? No, don't use his government name. I swear Danny Phantom was my childhood sexual awakening. I never understood why Danny Phantom was considered such a fucking stud, you know? Like yeah, he's handsome, but like, I don't know. He seems like such a little bitch. Right? He just seems like a little whiny bitch. I don't know. My gay was Helga from Atlantis, The Lost Empire. Bro. One of the most slept on movies of all time. Easily. One of, if not the most slept on movies of all time. This movie was so fucking fun. I loved this movie, dude. Trying to remember the name of the show. It was Skits and Chin Faces. This is such a good fucking movie, bro. Like, actually. Like, is it the white-haired chick? I can't remember. I had and I still do have a crush on Milo. I feel like every girl who kind of talks about, like, nerds in a way, you know? has like a crush on Milo, right? Like in a little bit of a way. She was your sexual awakening? I mean, yeah. I guess. You know? I guess. Yeah, fair. Who is mine? This was my sexual awakening. Okay? Princess Leia in the gold bikini. Now look, I know it's cliche. I know it's weird, but I remember distinctively just being like, yeah, I think that's hot. You know? I'm just like, yeah, I think that's a classic, right? This was the male sexual awakening for sure. Padme, no. I never thought I always thought she was a little bit whiny, you know? Jessica Rabbit for me, yeah, fair. Jessica Rabbit is valid. Camp Caribou might be it. Okay, what was the other one that... Oh, yeah. A very formative experience for young men. Okay? A very formative experience for young men. This is a time in a young man's life when he just comes of age. You know? He comes of age. Truly. There is no more intense time in a man's life than when he first sees Megan Fox in Transformers under the hood of the car. Okay, it's just true. This was turned into a Hear Me Out. Why is this a Hear Me Out? This is absolutely not a Hear Me Out. You should do like a Hear Me Out stream, like the Hear Me Out cakes. That would be so fun. That would actually be good. Peak motherfucker for sure. Yeah, as a non-man, Megan Fox could have me. Yeah, Megan Fox is hot. Especially Transformers, like, 1 Megan Fox. I feel very welcome back, Phoebes. Hi, Amj. I was 19 when Transformers came out. I was like... When did Transformers 1 come out, actually? When did it come out? 2000. I was 17. So we're very close to the same age, dude guy. Hear Me Out. Doc from Cars. Doc from Cars is your Hear Me Out. This innocent old motherfucker. This innocent old race car is your Hear Me Out. I'm actually curious how old he is. He was 71. 71 years old. Mud. 71. I think that might be illegal. I actually think that might be illegal. Literally robbing the grave. All right, give me your Hear Me Outs, guys. Let's hear it. We're gonna switch it up. Hear Me Outs. But look up Biker Sharks. It was so good. Oh my god, I can't spell right now. Oh yeah, Street Sharks. I fucking love Street Sharks. The fish from Shark Tale. Hear Me Out, John's mom. Fuck you. Fuck, I can't spell. Fish from Shark Tale. What is wrong with you? Like this chick? Her? That's your Hear Me Out? Thank you, Mega. She is. Her, right there. The dude like Nani and Stitch. Flo from Cars. Yeah. Okay, that's not a Hear Me Out. That's not a Hear Me Out at all. Not at all. Jessica Rabbit is very valid, Dorothy. Very valid. Yeah, she can get it for sure. Bowie from Some Assembly Required had me in a chokehold. Bowie from... Oh, let's put that wrong. Bowie from Some Assembly Required. He looks like... He looks like Sid the Sloth. You know? He looks a little like Sid the Sloth here. Hear me out is and will forever be Flynn Rider. Flynn Rider is... Okay, Flynn Rider is not a hear me out, though, Crumply. Flynn Rider is a classically handsome man. Like, this dude is a fucking handsome guy. That's not a hear me out. Not a hear me out. Everybody would go after this man. This guy's just fucking hot. You know? He is. A hear me out from... Like, I'll give you my hear me out. Ursula. Ursula from the Little Mermaid after she got turned back. That's a good one, Adara. General Grievous. I guess no. Like even this Ursula, to be honest. Even this Ursula. Kind of a baddie. You know, kind of a baddie. Who the fuck is that? Hear me out. Steve Urkel. Steve Urkel? Steve Urkel. For those of you who don't know who Steve Urkel is, this is... I mean, honestly, he was always kind of portrayed as a little nerd boy, but, like, he's kind of fucking not a bad-looking dude. Is not a hear me out, no question. No, Lola Bunny is forever. Steve Urkel. Ryuk from Death Note. Yeah, that's a real hear me out there. That's a real... The iceberg from Titanic. Sharp, jagged, a little rough. You never know. Forrest Gump. Ryuk is a baddie for real. King Trident from The Little Mermaid. Yeah, that guy can get it for sure. Absolutely. King Trident is a stud, man. Like King Trident is a stud. There's no way... That is the... Above fucking... What's his name from Cars? This guy is a daddy. You know what I mean? This guy is a goddamn stud. Look at that. Look at those pecs, man. The guy definitely works out, for sure. He does have the Dorito build. Yes, he does. But y'all age-shamed me haters. I mean, at least it's, like, somewhat human. Tim Allen as Santa Claus. On God. Tim Allen anytime. Danny Tanner. Danny Tanner. That's not a hear me out, though. That's just an absolute yes. Danny Tanner is hot. Although we don't like the racism. The volleyball from Castaway. Magpie, what? What? We're kind of switched gears a little, CLVS, you know? What? John, hear me out. Is Jabba the Hutt? Fuck you. Okay, what was the one I'm thinking of? Oh. Hear me out. Okay? Hear me out. Stud. Well, he's still a stud, though. He may look a little like me. I'm just not bald. No shame here. I had a mega crush on Richard Gere as a teenager. Richard Gere was hot. You've been heard. Your uncle. Willem Dafoe. Just hear me out. His face is too sharp. Velma from Scooby-Doo. That's not a hear me out. That's absolutely not. Tom Cruise from Outsiders. Tom Cruise is never a hear me out. Tom Cruise is just handsome. I never had a childhood crush. Fair. Willem Dafoe, just hear me out. Willem Dafoe has such a sharp face. It looks like if you like kissed him, you might actually like poke yourself, you know? Like his face is so sharp. Look, his nose is so sharp. It looks like you can use it to open boxes. Shaggy also loved him. Voldemort. Now that is a hear me out. Holy shit. Pablo from the Backyardigans. Pablo from the Backyardigans. What? What? You're all agreeing? A fucking penguin? A little blue penguin? You know, the crazy thing is, Megan, she's not the only woman in the chat who agrees. I mean, they're technically a child as well, dude guy, to be fair. Not to shame, but that's weird. Hear me out. Gary Oldman is Sirius Black. Yeah, Gary Oldman's hot. Okay, Miriam said what I want to see now. What did you say it, Miriam? Wait, Tyrone, though? Who's Tyrone? The platypus? Apparently. It's a no from me, dog. This is crazy work. They are a child. Like, Em's just a young person, to be fair. Green, I don't have the pics no more. Not ashamed, but that's weird. SpongeBob, because he got fuck off, Cooper. Hear me out. Lindsay and Freaks and Geeks. Lindsay, Freaks, and Geeks. You want to know something weird, guys? She's just cute. She's just a beautiful woman. What? That's not a hear me out. She's pretty. Like, she's a teenager. Obviously, she's not... You know what I mean. Tyrone from the Backyardigans. Tyrone from Backyardigans. I'm done. A moose. A fucking moose. A 2,000-pound moose. What? Mr. Cooper, that's obviously trolling. Mr. Smithers. The epitome of I can change him, ladies, okay? Literally the golden child for, hey, he may be gay, but I can change him. I could convert him, okay? I could do it. I could. The 90s really thought, let's give her glasses or a baggy shirt, and thought, Flanders is hot, okay? Have you seen Flanders with his shirt off? Venom? But I thought Michael Jackson was a creepy woman when I was 5. Okay. I think we're done with the hear me outs for a little while. Venom? Why Venom? You didn't hear me out. He was a stud. Stupid, sexy Flanders. Exactly. Claude from Timothy goes to school and had me in a chokehold. Claude from Timothy goes to school. Claude from Timothy goes to school. I'm interested in this one. Yeah, I'm done. That's a raccoon. That's a fucking raccoon. I'm back. Okay. Dara, I agree with this. Wild. Why you'll always be my favorite grandma. All right. Let's move on from the hear me outs. No, I had to go get water. I'm thirsty. I had to get water. Colleen sharing is caring. Stan from Dog with a blog if you're down with his path. What? Chef's take was wild. Venom is like the hottest character ever. Really, Fushi? Back to nostalgia. Yeah, let's move on, guys. Those weirdly sexy horses from Fantasia. I gotta see what this is. Horses from Fantasia. Like these guys? Like these? Look up Suichu. Isn't that's a child. The black and white mom and dad, wild thing to say. Don't even deny Venom is fine. How is Venom fine? Like it's Venom. It's a symbiote. It's like a human form of oil. Nostalgia. I'm sorry, CLVS. I'm sorry. I know. Favorite snack that I miss was Demented is so delicious. What is soda? I feel like I remember those, but I can't remember put the exact like. Oh yeah, like the soda pop gummies. Yes. Cooper, you can't say that. My Furby turned evil like 5 times. Bro, Furbies were like the scariest things. Furbies were terrifying. My sister had these all around her like room on a shelf above her bed, and I would go into her room like asking her for something, and I would look up and they would all be staring at me at the same time. Like they would all be looking at me. I swear to fucking God. They are actual demons. Like they took these souls of demons and they put them inside of Furby's eyes. They're the worst. They're horrible. You know what I do miss though? These little fuckers. Don't start with no, Matthew. Do you guys remember when Beanie Babies were like the fucking shit? They were like the craze, right? Everybody loved Beanie Babies. Some of them are still worth a lot of money. They're still worth of money. I remember when I was a kid, they gave them away as the toys in a McDonald's Happy Meal. And people were flooding McDonald's to get these things. There's one that's at like 20K. Exactly. They're very similar to like Pokemon cards, you know? Webkins. I was a little old for Webkins, I believe. Yeah, a little old for this. I still play Webkins, don't at me. No, that's fine. My sister played Barbie till she was like 16. Okay. I actually think these things were the devil. They were evil. There is no way you could tell me that a porcelain doll isn't the embodiment of Satan. They are terrifying. I am such a fucking hater of porcelain dolls. They always just stare at you. Like, look at this one. You know? No, it's not my hear me out. We're talking about nostalgia. My sister used to have these things too, right? She moved on from Furbies to porcelain dolls because my grandma gave her a whole bunch of porcelain dolls. And that same shelf that she had the Furbies on, she put the porcelain dolls on. There was like 20 porcelain dolls on that shelf above her bed. And I would go in there and it would always be like they're watching me at night, you know? Always. Brats are better than Barbies? I don't know. My sister would disagree with you. I didn't really play with them. I had a shelf with like 5 to 6 of them on it. I kept getting them for Christmas, and I don't know why. I honestly, not a wrong thing to do, Fushi. For the boys, who played with these bad boys? Who had these bad boys in a big chest, and you'd bring them out, and you would just battle them? I spent like probably the first 10 years of my life, to if not longer, making little battle scenes with these guys and then melting them and cutting their heads off and just being an absolute torture to these guys. Right? Like every young man, exactly, you had a massive tub full of these bad boys and you just break them out and you play army with them. I recently pulled an army man out of a tub drain. That's an L, but kind of cool. I love those things. My grandparents took them though. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry that they took them. Did anyone play with Go-Go Crazy Bones in 2010? I had a million of them. I did not. And Legos just, how could we forget the absolute GOAT? I still love Lego. I still love Lego. Ones in the chat, if you're a grown-ass human or just an adult, close to an adult, and you still love Lego. Ones in the chat. Who doesn't love Legos? You know? Lego was fucking dope. And it always will be. Yeah, Cooper. I will be a 57-year-old man with 3 children and a grandchild, and I will still love Legos, dude. Always and forever. That is very cool, Dito. I love that. Bought my wife some? Hell yeah, Sean. I had the Legos Friends set. That's so cool. Play Legos with my nephews. I would play that with my nephews too, dude. I love Lego. Same with the Lincoln Logs. Okay, crazy thing about Lincoln Logs. If you never played with Lincoln Logs, guys, they were actually pretty fun. So you could make like houses and stuff out of them. My dad is an incredible craftsman, okay? He is absolutely incredible in the shop. He can make pretty much anything. He took it upon himself to make my nephews like thousands of Lincoln Logs, custom made, because he's like, you know what, they're too expensive. So he went out and bought wood, and he notched to like the millimeter holes in these things so he can play Lincoln Logs with as many as he wants. Like, I'll take a picture for you of them sometime. Lego Millennium Falcon and display case in my basement. That's sick, Cooper. Your basement sounds so cool. What an amazing gift for your nephews. I know, right? My dad is an incredible grandpa. And dad. The N64 blew my 8-year-old mind. I feel like it blew everybody's 8-year-old mind. Littlest Pet Shop or Polly Pockets. My sister used to love Polly Pockets. Loved these things. They came in these little clamshells, right? And you would have them like with a little like interesting, cool like sphere of influence. Like this is a mermaid one, and you would just kind of play with them. You know, they're cool. Polly Pockets are amazing. Agreed. Polly Pockets are dope. I'm gonna blow some of your millennial fucking brains off when I remind you of this bad boy. I probably watched Spice World about, I don't know, 75, 80 times, if not more. Probably more than that. My sister, we would sit down to watch a movie on like the weekends or like after school or whatever. And she would always cry because she wanted to watch Spice World. And my mom was like, fine, just put Spice World on. I ended up watching Spice World so many times. So for those of you who don't know, Spice World was the Spice Girls movie. They made a movie of them going on tour, you know? Friendship never ends. Exactly. The alien guy was so scary. I was always Sporty Spice in our little recess dance group. Cute. Sporty Spice was my favorite. I wanted her outfits. Nah, the Nintendo. I feel like I always liked Baby Spice. Nowadays, I don't really like go after blondes, which is kind of funny. But Baby Spice was another formative like moment in my sexual awakening as a man. You know, Baby Spice was. The Price is Right. Okay, The Price is Right. Will never be Drew Carey. No matter how much he tries. Good night, Tia. Thanks for coming in. No matter how much Drew Carey tries, The Price is Right will always be Bob Barker. Always and forever. Forever and ever. You watched Maury, The Price is Right, and a couple other shows when you were homesick from school. I'd watch Mighty Machines over and over. I love Mighty Machines. The Price is Right reminds me of Happy Gilmore. Same. Happy Gilmore 2 is coming out. Oh, and Jerry Springer. Jerry. Just for laughs, gags. I love that shit. That always reminds me of How I Met Your Mother. I watched How I Met Your Mother once, and I never really enjoyed it. Jerry Springer. I'm pretty sure he died. Did he not? Yeah, he did die. Did Jerry Springer die? Jerry. Guys, we should watch the best Jerry Springer clips of all time. That would be hilarious. Top 10 Jerry Springer clips, and we should like rank them or something like that, or we decide who's right or wrong. I do want to do the I am an asshole like reading thing. You know what I mean? Maury was so funny, dude. I remember Maury starting out as like this show where you bring on like weird teenagers, and it ended up just being like, you are not the father. And that was all it was. Oh my God, Family Feud, Pound Puppies Van Deluxe playset, The Fear of Pickles. Yeah, she brought the. I love that clip. And you brought the pickle jar out, and she starts screaming and running away. The pickle jar was so fucking funny. Hi Perry, what up, dude? Judge Judy, that old leather bag. I love Judge Judy. Strangely, another bit of a formative sexual experience for me. Yes, olives, thank you. We're trying to go all over the place. You can put whatever you want in. Yes, it was olives. A bit of a weird one, but this Judge Judy is a hear me out. For me. Hear me out. Yeah, a bit of a hear me out. You know she's best friends with Sam Jackson? That's amazing. I beg your finest pardon. Listen, okay. Crazy story. I loved older women when I was younger. I loved them. I was a bit of a MILF man, if you could say that. You know, I like cougars. I used to date, well, I wouldn't say date, but I used to go out on dates with a 35-year-old woman when I was 18. 18 turning 19. So, can you really blame me? Can you? I don't think I can. I'm on vacation for the release date of the Minecraft movie. I wouldn't say that's criminal. I was of age, the age of consent. Who was the younger version of Judge Judy? That's sus on her behalf. A little bit, you know. To be fair, since I've been 15. I've been 6'4" with a beard. You know? Like I've been literally a man since I was like 13 years old or 14 years old. When I was in grade 8, I was 6'1". So, not criminal, but creepy as fuck. Yeah. There's a song about it. Older women are beautiful lovers. Yeah, I liked older women. Can you blame me on that? No, I don't think you can. Okay. The show Man Tracker is my nostalgia, and Man and His Horse. We literally looked at Man Tracker earlier, Delaney. I need the Minecraft to see the Minecraft movie. I feel like every young man who played Minecraft at one point wants to. I want to see the Minecraft movie. You know, I know it's gonna be terrible, but I need to. Who remembers your mom bringing out a jug of Nestea iced tea? Do you guys remember? I mean, I'm sure you still do it. Still have it. When this was, and you would always add too much. You know? You would always add too much of this shit. Good host, iced tea, always. The GOAT. My mom would get Crystal Light, and I would be like, Mom, that sucks. I want, like, good iced tea. You know? I don't want, like, Crystal Light. Like, this is the good shit. Easy Bake Oven, WM. That's a good call. Goosebumps was awesome. What are you talking about? Goosebumps was awesome. Nestea, rest in peace. I literally had a fuse today. It's actually not bad. It's the same thing. Kid Nation John, look it up. I will. Jimmy Neutron. Yes, Jimmy's, ma'am. Tang orange juice. Oh, Tang. I remember Tang. Does anybody remember the OG Goosebumps? Or how about this classic? Hold on. I remember this show so well. I don't know why. I don't know how, but I just remember watching Bump in the Night when I was a kid. Does anybody remember Bump in the Night? Anybody? Anybody in the chat? Am I the only one who remembers Bump in the Night? Are You Afraid of the Dark? Also a banger. True Chef. Absolute GOAT. Are You Afraid of the Dark too? Fushi, I get you. Wasn't Ryan Reynolds on Are You Afraid of the Dark? Carl from Jimmy Neutron is bad, not gonna lie. Are You Afraid of the Dark? I loved Bump in the Night. Yeah, Bump in the Night was awesome. The Little Rascals. Ooh, that's a classic one though, CLVS. Okay, what was the one that I want? Kid Nation. Steve's wanting me to look at Kid Nation. Let's look at Kid Nation. Kid Nation. What is Kid Nation? Do they make a nation? Who let them do this? Why would you ever think a child could be in charge of their own nation? This is a horrible idea. This is horrible. Why would you ever put these kids under this kind of pressure? You know? This feels like we're in an episode of... What's that book where the kids land on an island? You know? I just learned of this show a few days ago. A bunch of kids got run to their own town. It was insane. Sue Johnson came to my high school for a discussion on sex ed and myths. She was hilarious. I remember she was the old lady, Dorothy, on the Lord of the Flies. This is like Lord of the Flies IRL. Why would you do this to these children? Was Sue Johnson, Dorothy, the lady who used to talk about sex, like on late night TV? I remember waking up and like, yes, I remember her so well. Holy fucking shit. I remember waking up at 3 a.m. and she was talking about the uvula, you know? She was talking about like women's reproductive stuff, and it was called sex talk. Sex talk, yes. And I remember waking up, and it was this old lady, and she was just talking about sex, and I was like, what the fuck is that? You know? Oh no, it was somebody got a chocolate candy stuck up his partner's vagina, and she got a yeast infection from it. I remember that so distinctively. Holy shit. Raw. Next question. Yeah, sorry, I always mix them up, Shaylin. I know. Uvula is the thing in the dangly thing in the back of the throat. Zach, but not Cody. Don't ask me why. 2 a.m. infomercials. Dude, does anybody remember this bad boy? With this guy, and he was like a crackhead. I hated Cody Crumbly. I get you. Does anybody remember this guy? He did the ShamWow. Oh, the handsome guy with the beard, right? Billy Mays here. He did go to jail for like meth. You should just watch old Canadian PSAs. I'd love to. Yeah, he's weird. He is weird, right, Mud? He's a strange man. Okay. There was a ad back in the day. It was an infomercial. My brother and sister and I loved it. No, it wasn't Jack LaLanne. Fuck, it was something else. Oh my god. I gotta call my brother. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on, we're getting a surprise call from my brother. Give me a second. He never picks up his phone. He never does. Maybe I'll call my sister. I gotta remember this, man. I have to remember this. Crumply, that's funny. Don't you put it in. Fuck you, Tasia. Fuck you.
We sent you a call to our voice message system.
Don't want to hear his last name. I gotta call my sister real quick. I'm gonna call my sister. Hold on. I have to know what this is. It's in my brain. Good night, Fushi. And I have to remember what it is. Brother has kids? Yeah, he has 2 kids. I have a house hippo. So do I. Yeah. Hey, sorry, quickly. You're on stream right now. Okay, I have a question for you. A weird one. Okay, remember when we were kids and we used to stay up late and we watched infomercials? Mm-hmm. What was the name of the juicer that we used to watch? Jody used to love it. Do you remember that?
I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember any details about it.
Oh man, it's gonna bother me so much.
Yeah, no, you don't know that, do you, Kev? No, we don't.
Okay, thanks. Anyways, I tried calling Jody, but he always goes to voicemail. So.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, the chat says congrats, by the way.
For what?
For your what you're going on with you.
Oh, John, you're not supposed to tell anyone.
Well, they don't know you. They know you. None of them know you. Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Oops, I forgot about that. My bad. Hey, congrats, Jen. Yay. Oopsie. Oops. Ad for the Everest College made me feel like a lazy bum. Wow, John spilling her secrets. I like to spill the tea. Can you blame me? I'm a bit of a gossip. Okay? Now it's going to spread like wildfire. No, it's not. Nobody knows us in here. Now I need to... Rocco's Modern Life. I love Rocco's Modern Life. That show was fucking awesome. Rocco's Modern... It was weird, but it was good. I am probably in trouble, yeah. John loves a good yap. I do. I love tea. I love to talk about tea. Oh, yeah, sorry, guys. I love to talk about tea. I love to talk about gossip, you know? Wait, I'm out of the loop. What's her secret? She's pregnant. Anyone know the movie All Dogs Go to Heaven? Yes! Holy shit! Oh, my God. Holy fucking shit. Why did I forget about this movie? Bro, this movie was so goddamn good. And Air Bud? Fuck. Air Bud and All Dogs Go to Heaven in the same goddamn sentence? Oh my God. Air Bud was a GOAT. Honestly, better than LeBron James. This is my GOAT. Fuck Michael Jordan. Fuck LeBron James. This is my GOAT right here. Okay? Who doesn't remember that Cry, Cry, Cry so good? The North American House Hippo. American House Hippo. Well, I want to watch this ad because I love it.
Quiet. Or is it? It's nighttime.
Gotta remember that.
In a kitchen
Gotta watch
just
this.
like yours. All is quiet. Or is it? The North American house hippo is found throughout Canada and the eastern United States. House hippos are very timid creatures and are rarely
everybody
seen,
was, Brittany.
but they will defend their territory if provoked.
I remember American Gladiators.
Search for food, water, and
Yes,
materials
Emily.
for their nests. The favorite foods of the house
That's
hippo
me.
are chips, raisins, and the crumbs from peanut butter. on
Everybody
toast.
wants one of these.
They built
Oh,
their
peanut butter on
nests in
toast?
bedroom closets, using lost mittens, dryer lint, and bits of string. The nests have to
Double
be very
Dare
soft and
was a
warm.
banger. What about
House
Bambi?
hippos sleep about 16
Bambi made me
hours
cry as a
day.
kid.
That looked really real, but you knew it couldn't.
Honestly, they kind of need to bring this back now with AI. Like, actually. Like, this is so applicable nowadays with AI. Actually. What about Bambi's mom? The random infomercial of the kid running from girls trying to kiss him. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Everyone's got a thing. What's your thing? God damn it. Everybody's got a thing. What's your thing? I remember that one. Everybody's got a thing. Who remembers this bad boy? This is burned into my brain. Like, actually.
Everybody's gotta have a thing.
Everest College commercial.
Sound effects. Here's a T-Rex.
Honestly, fire T-Rex. Won't even lie. Buying drugs and it's so scary as a kid. True. Even cut me in half again. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. No, Smo, no. That's his thing. Playing the trombone on the bus. Drug ad that scared me to core as a kid. The show Chopped. I love Chopped. Server. Some of the PSAs were terrifying, to be honest. I don't want to play it. I don't want to play it.
What's your thing?
That sir was a tuba. Oh, you're right. It was a tuba. Beer, bubba, beer commercial. What is that? Chef is not my brain on drugs. Yeah, the whole your brain on drugs commercial. Wasn't there a banned Supermo Skittles commercial? There was. Or the anti-pirating commercials. Play the Yop commercial. We should do a commercials night, and you guys could just submit them in a form, and then we watch your guys' favorite commercials as a kid. What about the doggy in the window? Who's that doggy in the window? The one with the waggy tail. Let's do that sometime. Deal or no deal? I remember Deal or no deal. We played it on stream once. Hot take, Yops were nasty. Agreed. Howie Mandel is the absolute baldest man of all time. There is no balder man than Howie Mandel. Shut the fuck up. Fuck you, Mega. That is a shiny head. How did I know that? How did I know that? I forgot about that little goddamn joke. I hate you, John. Alex, why do you hate me, bro? What's going on? Meghan Merkel was on Deal or No Deal? Really? Actually? What the fuck? Actually? That's crazy. Okay. Oh. I loved the old Iron Chef. Can we ban Alex, please? Any mods in the chat? Like this Iron Chef. Coop, can you ban him for that? Cooper, if you're here. Or Haley. I actually don't know how to ban somebody. I'm too young for this. Dude, Iron Chef was so good. Today's ingredient, beer. And he came up with a big thing of beer. You know, like a giant tub of beer. A giant tub. Thank you, mods. They would wrestle the fish. I loved this show so much, dude. I used to watch this. Masamoro Mirioto. Fucking loved it, dude. The real Iron Chef from Japan. Yeah, Chef. Alex, you said the N-word. Not like the new Chef, not Iron Chef America. That shit is bullshit. I'm talking about the old Iron Chef. Hi, Neil. I was a grocery games gal. The grocery Guy Fieri. Speaking of nostalgia, I fuck with Guy Fieri so hard. This guy is dope as shit. He is such a cool guy. I would pay good money to meet Guy Fieri. He just seems like a cool fucking guy. Fieri. Right? Like, he just does. There are more bald men than Howie Mandel. I just think he's the baldest CLVS. Like, he is bald. There's a lot of other bald men. But to me, Howie Mandel is the baldest man of all time. Like, when I think of bald humans, I think of Steve Harvey and Howie Mandel. Cake Boss, his hair need that? Everybody does. Vin Diesel. We're all family around here. He's like the non-me version of Gordon Ramsay. Exactly. And I still love Gordo. Vin Diesel is as XXX. That is a goddamn pull. Holy shit. XXX. Joey Fat One. Why is John like unseasoned Guy Fieri? Fuck you. Holy shit. Do you guys remember this show had a stranglehold on America for a while. Storage Wars was like a soap opera for people from Florida. You know? I loved the old... What was the name of the old guy? The old guy? I hated the guy with the glasses and the hat. Yep! Rick, I think his name was. The Canadian version was so much better. Was it? Daryl. Yeah. Yep. I watched so much. Everybody watched so much Storage Wars, man. Everybody did. This show was everywhere. You could not get away from it. Did I miss out on everything? Damn, you may have, Mega. This show was great. You got to watch some. Triple X, the one episode where they found a body. Yeah. Okay. Funny story about Holmes on Holmes. He actually is horrible at his job. Like, actually horrible. Like he doesn't know fuck all. He's actually a really, really, really bad tradesman from what I've heard. Like, he's not good. Like, you should not listen to his advice. Do not listen to Holmes on Holmes. He's not a real contractor. Exactly. He's just an actor. No worries, Sigma. Thank you for being here tonight, homie, if you do. Pawn Stars. Yeah, so don't listen to what Holmes on Holmes has to say. Yeah, apparently he's a real dick. I mean, it fits for being a construction worker, but still. That and the truck drivers, but dangerous show. Makes a mean high-vis shirt, though. True, Matt. True. Pawn Stars. Didn't the old man from Pawn Stars die? Didn't he die? Pretty sure he did, right? I miss when Chum Lee was like a bit, or what was the young guy when he was fat? He just doesn't look the same when he's skinny, you know? He just doesn't. When these guys were fat, that was when the show was the GOAT. Now they just don't look the same. It's still open on the Vegas Strip. I want to go. Ice Road Truckers. I remember Ice Road Truckers. What about, okay, did you guys ever watch the show about towing? Highway from Hell or something like that? Highway from Hell? Or something like, yeah, the Highway Through Hell. This show. I actually, so it's a funny story. The kid in the back here. See this guy right here? Sorry, I'll move my camera. You guys can't see him. See this guy right here? I grew up with him. He went to my high school. I worked with him at Safeway, actually. He was, his name is Carrington. I worked with Carrington in high school. Your big head is in the way. Mud, you missed. That's dope. Yeah, he's actually a really cool guy. He's fucking tall as shit. He wears size 17 shoes, which is crazy, which is wild. If you ever saw Carrington, you definitely know me, which is funny. I used to work with him at Safeway. Safeway in my hometown. Wild times. I always thought, like, God damn it, that's crazy that he's on there, you know? 17 is crazy. Yeah, his feet are huge, dude. How It's Made was a great show. How It's Made was awesome. I loved How It's Made. That show was excellent. And they would take you through, like, the factory and show you all the little, like intricate details on things. Mythbusters is a goat, too. I still watch How It's Made. This is great. This is a great show, you know? I feel like everybody's a little fascinated with on how the world works, right? And like we never really could understand it. And like, this show kind of made sense of it. I never heard of It Takes a Thief. What is It Takes a Thief? It Takes a Thief. The show Just for Laughs, a fantastic show. I've never heard of this show before. What was the premise of it, CLVS? I'm curious. Pimp My Ride. Oh my fucking God. Pimp My fucking Ride. Does anybody remember Pimp My Ride? They took people's like old broken down piece of shit cars and they turned them into these like insane like 40 TV fucking cars that were just like out of this world. Like they took a Dodge Caravan and turned it into this pimp wagon. You know what I mean? I watched one episode of this, but it was cool. It was a cool show. Like I loved it when I was a kid, but it was fucking wild. Canada's Worst Drivers. Oh my God. I just remember this scene where they had this guy eat a giant sandwich in the car, of course, right? Wife Swap and like those types of shows are a crazy, crazy, crazy concept. Hi Z, what up, Queen? Did anyone watch Canada's Worst Handyman? Yes, I did. Ancient Aliens lore is the canon? No, it's not. I'd be on this show. Or Red, Green, the duct tape, where the red fern grows. What was that? Where the red fern grows. I've never heard of this before. I went to high school with one of the guys who was frequently on it too. That's hilarious, Tasia. Never heard of this before, Emsh. What is this? I just finished binging Sister Wives 20 seasons later. Insane. Insane. Whose line is anyway? Excellent. 2 ex-thieves fake break into homes and rob them and then give them a new security system. It's old, but it's a good show. Would recommend. That sounds cool, actually. There was a girl that surrounded her drivers halfway through the show. It was sad but great. Oh, I'll have to check it out. What was the thing I was thinking of? Fuck, there's one. What we doing? Talking about nostalgia, Z. Old Yeller. HGTV. I love HGTV, man. HGTV was awesome. We just looked at Zaboom a bit ago. Not too long ago, actually. There's one I'm thinking of. I can't remember what it was called. What up, Z? The Goonies. Fuck. Everybody always says like I look like the guy from the Goonies, you know? Everybody says I look like this guy. I think they're just being dicks, you know? I do. I was like 8, watched through that. Baby Story, Wedding Story. MTV Cribs, classic. Chunk, yeah. Everybody, not Chunk. I don't look like Chunk. Like, realistically, this kid wasn't that fat. You know? How much right now to do the truffle shuffle? $1 billion. Like, he wasn't even that fat. Oh, my God. You just unlocked a fucking core memory for me with this show. This show is a core memory. But Homeward Bound 2, the one where they talk, right? This movie, fuck, this was good. Oh my God. Homeward Bound. We were literally just talking about MXC today, dude guy. Today. Does anybody remember this show? The Littlest Hobo. God damn it. Does anyone remember this show? Anybody? Horrible cultural appropriation. Actually insane. You could not make this show today. Like, not at all, right? Like not even close. But fuck, was it funny. This was the best. John, what was the guy? There was one, what was the guy's name? Fuck. What is this? It's like a Japanese game show where they make them do insane tricks, Mud, and like, they dubbed over it in English. I'll show you what it is.
Here's Lee Larson, executive producer of Who Wants to Marry My Ugly Daughter.
Yeah, I felt sorry for the guy who won.
Oh, and I feel sorry for Lee. She's into the fluid.
It's pretty.
Here's Arthur Pusti, distributes the Little Miss Grown-Ups Make Your Own Pearl Necklace Kit.
Assembly required. Friendly uncle not included.
Oh, looks like he's going to need some reassembly.
And so they would dub over this in English, right? Over a Japanese show. The remade Pimp My Ride and called it Resurrected Rise. Ugh, it's not the same.
Oh, that's a tough one. Let's take another look. You can see here, Canada's
like
victory,
Wipeout.
a total chain reaction, a shockwave up through the ankle, to the knees, forcing the helmet off.
What the fuck is that from the show, Chef?
And right
That's a Wipeout a while ago. This is different, completely different than Wipeout. I love Wipeout.
Scott Blumpkin, owner of
Come dine
Blumpkin
with me,
City
John.
Hall
I'd
of
love
Fame.
to. What are you having
Leave the
tonight?
seat down for you.
Right you are, and looking to move through that first wall, Ken. Oh, the second. Oh, and he is down.
Oh my god, Wipeout was so good. Wipeout was fantastic. Better than Wipeout. I agree. This was better than Wipeout because it's just the way that they narrated it. The shit the do in is cool as fuck. True. Michael J. Fox's chance, dude. That's so sad about Michael J. Fox. Hope he never stops being him. You know. American Gladiators. Does anybody remember this bad boy? Anybody remember this? And they were all like named like Laser and like Taser and Phaser and like Bill, you know. And they were all jacked to the nines. They were just giant, and they would run around like in these giant gladiator rings, taking each other on. Hole in the Wall, Thunder. Oh, what is that show with like the rockets? Great show, right, Adara? This was great. When steroids were peak, like this is literally peak steroids time. I'm clueless. Hole in the Wall. What is Hole in the Wall? Thieves. Show is called Come Dine With Me, John. The quote is from it. Oh, I got you. What is this? I see Kyle's been here. I see he's been here. You know, he had a couple too many monsters, punched a hole in his drywall. One's in the chat of your drywall punchers. Guilty. Guilty is charged. You know, truly. The Swan, where they get plastic surgery. I'm a drywall puncher sometimes, you know. Never in anger, just because I want to. America's Next Top Model. Okay, remember this show had a incredible stranglehold on America, on the world even. American Idol, when it first came out, was revolutionary. This was a groundbreaking show when it first dropped. It's awful now, in my opinion. It's the same thing with Survivor. Like, these old shows, I think they need to kill them. They need to kill them off dead. You know, like Survivor has gone on for too long. We do not need Survivor anymore. You know? Like end it, please. It's like the Assassin's Creed of game shows. You know? It's just gone on too long. It's gone on too long. There's it doesn't need to be around anymore. But it was goated when it first came out. Grey's is also different, but hanging on by a thread. Yeah, old UK TV was brutal. I love UK panel shows. Fat Families, John, look it up. Wild thing to say. I mean, those are big people, I'll be fair. Fat Ted, Survivor was the first, agreed. Super Nanny. Oh my God, Super Nanny. It's like bringing in, what's that lady who flies around on a fucking umbrella? You'd fit right in. Fuck you, dude. Honey Boo Boo. I hate Boo Boo. Yeah. I'll never forget Honey Boo Boo. And I'll never forget seeing it for the first time and just not understanding what the fuck was going on. Like, what the fuck is this? You know? Just never understanding it. Was an actual comedian as a kid? That's insane. That's actually crazy. For some reason, I remember Red Dwarf really well. Yeah, it was like a parody on Star Trek, right? Does anybody remember when this show dropped and it had the whole world just on its toes every week? Does anybody remember this? The COVID era? I remember being like, having a moment watching this show and being like, that chick actually killed her husband. She killed him. Like, Carol Baskin killed her husband. Yeah, he's still in jail. He wants Trump to pardon him. It was insane, but so entertaining. Agreed. I remember the double gay wedding. When they both walked down the aisle. And my floor was on the ground. He followed you on Instagram, Chef? That's wild. The double gay wedding was something else. It's just this show, Emj, about a guy who like breeds exotic animals and sells them. And then there's this lady named Carol Baskin who's from Florida, and she has a tiger refuge. And so Joe Exotic, the guy with the blonde hair, who's also gay, by the way, and has 2 husbands, he hates Carol Baskin, and he actually puts a hit out on her and gets thrown in prison. But there's a rumor going around, which I think is true. Anybody who watched the show know Carol Baskin killed her husband. There's a rumor that she killed her husband, who she married for his money or whatever. It's a wild show. You gotta watch it if you have a chance. Honestly, you have to. It's one of those things that you just have to see. I hate to take a weird turn, but the human centipede. Oh my god. Oh god. Fuck that. No. Never again. Okay. Poll up on the screen right now, guys. Very important poll. Did Carol Baskin kill her husband? She fed that old motherfucker to the tigers. There's no way that she did not. No way. The stream has made me so confused. I don't know what any of this means. Wasn't he found? No. He was never found. She chopped him up into a billion little pieces and fed him to the tigers, dude. At least the tigers ate well, true. He wasn't much, though. Wasn't he a tiny little man? Like a tiny old little man, like skinny as fuck? I went to visit something about it when I went to Florida. I was meant to visit something. Yeah, it's a real big show, Emj. Like it was. My best friend made me watch Human Centipede 2. Never again. I will never watch a movie like that ever again. Second one was crazy. Extreme Cheapskates. Oh, I remember that. I feel like I remember that show. Did anybody remember a show about people who, like, used to coupon really heavily? Say his dead husband was found alive, but no one noticed. My Strange Addiction is a wild show. Do you remember that show where they would have like these giant thing of coupons, and they would go into the stores and they would get like they would owe the money. Extreme couponers? Yeah. I swear they would like owe them money. You know, they would go into the show with like a fucking giant stack of coupons, like this huge stack, and they would pay them. It was fucked. They found him in a Colombia with his gay lover. No, they didn't. Watch them all, Mega. Extreme Cheapskates. $600 to $12. Fucking wild. I thought I could be a couponer. I feel like everybody did, and then you realize you don't have autism. You know? You don't have the right kind of autism anyways. People still coupon like this. I don't doubt it. It's a great way to save money, you know? People, there are people that have binders full of coupons. I don't doubt it at all. It's just sad we can't do it in Canada. What would you do? I used to love that. Yeah. He was found in Costa Rica, Google says. No way. So he's found alive? He was found alive. I still think he killed her. I wanted to be one of these people. Everybody wanted to be these people because you can get like fucking everything for like free basically, but it takes a lot of work. Not gonna lie, Moshi Knight for Extreme Cheapskates. I would be down for you guys to like send me your favorite like commercial or something like that. I can't really watch a lot of like copyrighted material on YouTube. I can get in a lot of trouble. I can get like a copyright strike, and I don't really want to do that. So I gotta be careful. The cheapskates that made lasagna out of beef fat and cooked it in a dishwasher, that's fucked. Does anybody remember a show where a guy married a roller coaster? Oh my god, Hoarders. I can't talk about Hoarders. That actually makes me so disgusted. Do you guys remember that? There's a show where a guy married a roller coaster. Or a woman married a roller coaster. I wanted to go into hoarder houses. Ugh. Oh. Yeah, we talked about Wife Swap. My Strange Addiction. Was it My Strange Addiction? The Biggest Loser was a wild show. Is it My Strange Addiction? Yeah, he was like, they were like sexually attracted to a roller coaster. Like, okay. I'm all for like people having kinks and love and things like that. Like whatever you want to do in the comfort of your own home is fine. Okay? No issue. Don't care. You do you. I'll love you no matter what. But if you love a roller coaster, I'm going to kind of judge you a little. You know? There's going to be a bit of judgment. I'm not going to lie. Just a little. You know? But I just don't understand it. I could never understand it. I guess that's just something, like if I can't understand it, I shouldn't judge it. But, like, at the same time, I don't know. Eating drywall is insane. Have you ever touched drywall? Yeah, right? Like they got married. You know? They got married. I think that there's something like a little bit like deeper going on there. Said mainly books, but sucks. I love roller coaster, but not like that. Exactly. I swear there was one woman who ate diapers. That's fucked. That is so fucked. Hell's Kitchen was a goat. Okay, I want to go into wife swap though for a second here. Because this is an insane show. For one. Okay, first off, insane concept. Actually insane concept. First off, why was it only the women who were swapped? You know? Why why is it always the women who have to do so much work? I don't get it. I never understood that. Like, swap the husbands, too. You know? And two, why would you make this? You know? Like, this is insane. This is an insane thing to do. Was it who was addicted to eating glass? That's fucked up. Kitchen Nightmares was fantastic, but the old English version, CLVS. Not the American one. The one where he started it actually in England. Wife Swap was wild as fuck. They paired such horrible families, like a vegan with yeah, right? Do you know World's Strictest Parents? No. There was one episode with a punk kid, and he was so iconic. Do you guys remember the show where the lady would come in and take away all the food, and the guy was like, "That you can't take away my bacon. That's the line. That's the line." You know what I'm talking about? I gotta tell you something, okay? I had an obsession with Gordon Ramsay. I've got Red Seal because of him. Somebody takes bacon away from me, honestly, valid as fuck, right? Exactly, Tasia. If somebody took bacon away from me in that type of environment, might pack my suitcase too. Honestly, might be out of here. She can't run in those little high heels. That takes me out every time. Every time. She can't run in those little high heels. I love that. It makes it even better. Even better with like the little sassy Southern boy voice, you know. He's on TikTok. I'm pretty sure. I'm sure he is. John 2003. John Super Nanny. Super Nanny was goated. Also tried Rip. His name is King Curtis. I love him actually. What was the world's strictest parents? World's strictest parents. So are these just like really strict parents? Can't read, John? Sure can't. Also tried Rip. His name is King Curtis. Look up World's Strictest Parents, John. So are these guys just really strict parents? You know? Is that the whole premise?
On this episode of The World's Strictest Parents.
Because I said so, that's why.
Meet the Mannings, a ranching family from Oregon.
Hook that up or I'm throwing it away.
Who believe that luxuries and trust
I want all the pillows out.
must both be earned.
You know, okay, hot take. I can kind of understand this family a little bit. Of all the strict families, I can respect a family that, well, taking away their bed is wild. But like some of this stuff is valid. The bed is wild. You don't.
This is a vacation.
For the next week, they'll take it.
Hold on.
Must
Was
both
that
be
kid
earned.
smoking crack?
Any thoughts that this is a vacation?
For the next
Is that crack? No, that's weed. That's a weed pipe.
week, they'll take in 2 unruly teens.
I hate to say it, but I hate to say it, but these teens were me as a kid. Okay? I played flip cup. I smoked weed. I went fucking partying. You know? I was this kid with the long hair, to be fair. I was. You know? I would have been on the show as the unruly teens. I would have. I was a bit of a bad kid. I was a bit of an asshole, guys. Okay? I like to drink. I like to smoke weed. We all did. We don't have a pop can, though. Everybody did a water bong at one point or another. Apple bong. Anybody ever done it? Ones of the chat, have you ever done an apple bong? Can't say anything. I'm still underage. Fair. I have Serbian parents, so the parents didn't seem that strict to me. I mean, valid. Yeah, that'll do it right there. Anybody ever smoke an apple bong? You know, pop can bong? It's actually horrible for you. You should not be smoking out of a pop can. I'm not even going to lie to you, okay? How about a carrot pipe? That is a wild thing to do. You will someday, Mega. Pumpkin bong on Halloween. Ooh, okay. Or when you hotbox your friend's bathroom and then their fucking dad comes home or parents and you're like, oh shit, how are we gonna get rid of the smell? Because it's seeping through the fucking floors, you know? I grew a pumpkin and made a pumpkin bong. I love that, Adara. And I've carved there's nothing quite like taking something from the earth that you grew yourself and then smoking weed out of it, you know? Because we're weed smokers. We used to hotbox outhouses. God, that is disgusting, though. I was on Bacardi Breezers. I was a strict, hard liquor guy when I was young. The first time I ever drank, guys, I drank basically an entire bottle of Bacardi 151 to myself. Needless to say, I had alcohol poisoning, but I ended up fine. The orange Bacardi Breezer was the best. There is no worse hangover, though, guys. No worse hangover than sourpuss. Does anybody remember sourpuss? Liquid sugar. Oh. Ugh. Or the old, like, giant 2 liters of grower cider. I had so many fucking blurry nights as a teenager with giant tubs of grower cider. Beer bonging sourpuss. That shit's nasty. Agreed. Sourpuss was a good mixer. It was, but like, dude, it was so sweet. It was so bad. Sourpuss was disgusting. Like, actually. I once beer bonged on my 19th birthday. My friend and I, we went to the liquor store and we bought an entire bottle of like blueberry vodka. And we were like, okay, we're already drunk at this point. We're like, okay, what are we going to do with this? So we took his old Christmas tree and we walked across the street to our old high school and beer bonged it, half of the bottle on top of the dugout at my old high school. And then we crawled ourselves back. Kids, close your eyes. It was wild. I did some wild things, guys. I ended up in a ditch in the city of Mission, almost dead because I got too drunk. Took a swing at my buddy's ex-girlfriend when I was hammered. Not the nicest thing. Regret it to this day. But hey, I did it. I have some wild stories, guys. Some actually insane stories. Somehow, I got brought home by a homeless man in a cab because I got lost on the downtown east side of downtown Vancouver after a friend's stag. Okay? It was wild. It was wild. I had some wild times. That's why you don't drink, John. That's why you do drink, so you can have those memories and tell them your kids that. You know? That's dad lore. That's what you call that. You call that dad lore. You know? Sometimes I'm going to tell my kids, I ended up in a drainage ditch in Mission. That's why you don't drink. And you got fat? Yes. I got to say, I appreciate the honesty. Yeah. I'm pretty honest. You guys know that. I'm pretty open about things. I don't know how I'm still alive. Same, Colleen. So sad that I have no fun stories like these for my future kids. Someday you can, Miriam. I need to find a drinking partner. I mean, I wouldn't say to do it, Mud. As don't go out and get hammered. But you know, it could be fun. We were also cool before kids. I don't have kids, so I'm good. You know, I'm still cool. Four Loko was dangerous. Yeah, Four Loko before they took out the energy drink portion, Catherine. So I'll tell you guys one more story. Me and my friend Colton, Richard, I call him, we decided to go to Vegas as 2 single men. Yes, 2 single men. Very dangerous. The first night we get there, we get a 12-pack of Happy Dads, a 40 of Tito's vodka, and a whole bunch of other little accoutrements. One of the accoutrement things was Four Lokos, and we each drank one. Now, if you've never had a Four Loko before, they taste like paint thinner. They don't taste that great, and they get you fucked up. So we didn't realize that. We didn't realize that it was so strong. So right after we finished those Four Lokos, we decided to walk down to the strip and get ourselves one of the frozen daiquiris. So, Smo, I'm heading out after this. So we got these frozen daiquiris and added an extra shot of Patron. Not understanding what was about to happen. I have receipts from Caesar's Palace, and I don't remember being at Caesar's Palace. My friend Colton puked in his bed that night. That's how bad it was. That's how drunk he was. He could have died. We were really drunk. I don't remember getting back to my hotel. Somehow I got back to my hotel. Don't remember how. The movie Hangover is real life. Literally, I could totally understand, Brittany, especially if you're from out of town or you're from Canada, because when they pour shots, they don't pour shots. Like here in Canada, you have like a little shot thing and they have to like actually pour it. I've seen the bartender in Vegas go like this, and then he pours the shot glass and he pours it in as he's still pouring the bottle. It was fucked. It's insane. I bet you had a good bush party stories. I absolutely do. Some great bush party stories. Are you Alberta? No, I'm BC. British Columbia, homie. Guys, but with that, I am going to head out for the night. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. I have to get some sleep. I'm still not feeling the greatest. Still have a bit of a headache. Been a long day. But I will be back tomorrow. I am going to do a short stream tomorrow. It is Claire and I's date night. Wednesdays I don't typically stream, but I'm going to slip in a short like 1 hour GeoGuessr probably stream. We're going to vibe. We're going to have a great time. Thank you guys for being for the night. What do you guys think? Did we enjoy the nostalgia night? One's in the chat if we did. I'm actually curious. What did you guys think about the Yap session? We just kind of look up random things and like kind of talk about stuff. You know, did you enjoy it? I'm actually curious. Good night. Goodbye, ball man. Good night, guys. I'm sorry, Amish. Tell Claire she is pretty for me. Absolutely. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I had a good time. Kind of reliving old times and past experiences and getting drunk. I love a good Yap sesh too, Yeti. With that, though, make sure to take care of yourself, guys. Take care of each other. And most importantly, tell your mother you love her, because I can't be there to tell her tonight. 07's in the chat. I'll be back tomorrow. I get on about 4:30-ish, Brittany. That's when I'll be on. Good night, kings and queens. You have a bad day tomorrow? Maybe you stub your toe. Maybe you shit your pants. Whatever it may be, it's going to get better. John Z's live tomorrow. Good night, guys.